guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm gonna go over 5 things that I learned in my early 20s. Alright, so I have my list here, and the first thing before I'm gonna do anything is gonna be the verse of the day. So the verse of the day is Philippians chapter 4 verse 6. Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. Alright, so let's get into the video. So first thing is finance and money. One thing I did not know in my 20s is how crucial finances and money is going to be in your life. As this economy is economying. I don't know if that's even a real word, but yeah, that's what it's doing. I feel like I graduated college, I'm working, I have 2 jobs, and I didn't think that it would still be very hard for me to I don't want to say keep up with my bills, but so much gets in the way so fast. So I definitely feel like sticking to a budget, being financially responsible, reading books, have a savings account, have different multiple forms of savings, and retirement as well. I feel like that is so early. That's so important at an early age that no one really talks to you about, that you have to kind of find out yourself. But I definitely would take the time to kind of really sit down and learn about finances and how not to mishandle my finances. The second thing is going to be college. Oh my gosh, I can spew about college. I feel like because I'm the first in my immediate family to go to college, I feel like it's very eye-opening experience. So the first thing is the loans. No one tells you that you have different types of loans. So yeah, you have unsubsidized and subsidized loans that are given to you as financial aid, but they're actually still loans. So you still have to pay them back. And then if you do let's say another loan through the government, like a Parent Plus loan, that's a separate loan. It's not all together. Another thing is, I wish someone would have told me hey, maybe wait a few months, then maybe go into a spring semester, or if I wasn't really sure yet, I would figure out what I want to do, or do your core classes that every single college or university requires before you go into school. Another thing is, with college, I feel like you don't have to go to the best school. The name at the end of it. All right, so what was I saying? I feel like don't let anybody tell you that you have to go to an Ivy League for them to tell you that you're going to do great things in life. You can go to the community college right down the street and be an entrepreneur and be the best CEO, or be the best nurse, or be the best whatever you want to do, or be the best mechanic or air pilot or whatever. All of these things are literally just names, and I feel like at the end of the day, as long as you're getting your education, that's really all that matters. And I was going to say, if you're going to go to college, do it right the first time. Do not repeat classes. Do not fail any classes. Things might happen. Yes, it's out of your control. But at the end of the day, I would just focus solely on school. If you have a job, keep it part-time or keep it per diem if you really need to work, but just make time so that way, you can do everything once, get it done, get it out the way. Because redoing classes pay more money, it's more time, more effort, and it's a lot, and I wouldn't recommend it to anybody. The third thing is God or faith. I definitely feel like in this world, in this generation, we have so much coming at us, and it's we turn to different things like drugs, alcohol, hooking up with people, the hookup culture. And I feel like because we're all so equally damaged from, let's say, childhood traumas, or people not caring about us, or being hurt, or just lack of self, I feel like we just need faith, or we need God, because I feel like without God, there's like a lot of things that I would not be able to see or achieve or do or be, you know? So I definitely feel like having that set early on, it will literally, God will take you step by step. And there's nothing that he cannot do. So if you give all of your prayers and your requests to God, you know, he will make it happen in due time. And I feel like going back to the college thing, without God, I feel like I don't know how I would be able to make it past school, because college is a trying time. You have all these exams, you have all these classes. Sometimes you might be taking overload. You have financial stress. You have all these like other like people, you know, drama, little things in school that all build up. You might have family issues, but I feel like if you continue to be prayerful and give your life to God, and I feel like if you continue to do that, he will see you through, and it will help you grow into a beautiful or a handsome young man or lady. You know, I feel like there's so many things that I would not do. It will help me like avoid so much in the long run. I feel like people who do not have like faith, I'm not like downing anybody, but it's hard for people who don't have a sense of direction, who they look to. If they don't have any parents, or if they don't have any good figures in their life, who are they going to look up to? I feel like God is very essential, especially as you're growing, because then you know what is right, what is wrong. I mean, yes, everyone knows what is right and wrong, but at the end of the day, I kind of pulled back on a lot of things. Like, I try not to go out as much. I'm not saying that I'm limiting my fun, but I'm kind of just putting things in perspective and priority. What is important to me? What would help me grow to become a better woman of God? Friendships. Yes, friendships. Yes. I'm gonna say that you all grow, and it's definitely hard to be able to maintain these, because people have babies, people get married, and you think like, oh my gosh, we're only in our 20s, but there's so many people who start families early, and it's not like you're falling behind. Everyone has their own time and pace, but sometimes you might not be in communication with people, and that's not your fault. I mean, it's not anybody's fault. You know, life gets in the way. You might be trying to meet up with your friends for lunch, and it might not work, and you guys might have to plan out like a month ahead, or maybe a few months ahead, or a few weeks ahead. Some people might not be able to make it, and that's okay. These days, I feel like as long as you have a mutual understanding that, hey, you know, sometimes we both can't make it, and, you know, that's going to be fine. I feel like the friendships should be okay. I definitely feel like you definitely do have to, it's like a relationship. You have to put in some work, some effort, you know. And I know like with guys it's different, but I definitely feel like across the board, you should be putting effort into your friendships, you know, checking in on people. Even though, you know, you might be busy here or there, sometimes that one day that you check up on them, they might need it. And I can only imagine like how many times like someone checked up on me, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, thank you, you know, because it's hard. It's not easy to open up to people, especially these days with like social media and people posting like, oh, blah 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 blah, and people posting each other's business. But I definitely feel like if you have loyal, valuable friends in your corner, I feel like that will just take you so far. That will take you so far as well. And especially people who have the same like value, beliefs, ethic, morals as you, because I'm not gonna be with people who don't really have the same like beliefs or like core values, because I feel like them would clash at a lot of things. But I think that's just the ending of that. The last thing is gonna be investing in yourself. You are the biggest investment you will ever make. And I'm not just talking about getting your nails done, getting your hair done, getting your eyebrows done. I'm talking about mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. So I'm going to tell you, if you want to have kids in the future, take care of your body now. Do not, I mean, yes, you might have to give up things here and there, but I feel like that's just a given. You have to, like, life is hard in general, so I feel like you have to pick your own hard. It's either you're gonna be, you know, unhealthy and suffer the consequences, or you're gonna be healthy and, you know, suffer a little bit, you know, cut out some sweets here and there. I feel like it's just truly so sad that people don't see that until later on in life. Like the whole vaping, these energy drinks, and I too will say I fall to these energy drinks because I used to be like on Alani Nu all the time. No hate, no tea to them. I just love like energy drinks, but I realized, okay, that's not good for my heart, so I'm gonna have to cut that out. A lot of things, like if I go do blood work, my iron is low, so I need to, you know, stop playing around with that, because iron in your body, and as a Black person, oh my gosh, having low iron is really like a bad thing. It can really cause like a long-term effects. So like example, like your heart, and also you feeling fatigued, feeling tired all the time, groggy. You also get low vitamin D. So I would just add supplements, lots of leafy greens, fruits and vegetables. You only have one life. This is your only life to live. If you die, you don't get another one. You don't. So live this life like it's truly going to be your last. Enjoy yourself. Don't put limits to your dreams. Don't put limits to things that you think you can't do, because no matter what, you can do it. I feel like I think right now we're so into the, I don't want to say like false hope era, but like I feel like because we are brought so heavily down to reality that you can't do XYZ because you got to be real. But you know, things happen and you never know. I feel like if you put in the work that you really want to put in, and really take the time and the effort to invest in yourself to grow as a person, you will, and you will get there expeditiously, or you will get there at a steady pace. Let me not say that, because at times I be thinking, oh, when am I going to be a nurse? When am I going to be a nurse? When am I going to be a nurse? Baby girl, it's going to take some time. I went through trials and errors, but you know, one day eventually I will get there, and I'll be able to share my story, the struggles that I went through, you know, to actually get to where I am. But I definitely feel like making yourself being the biggest investment is going to pay off in such a long run, because we don't know what's going to happen to us tomorrow. So I would do everything in your power to make sure that you are the healthiest possible, that you're the happiest possible, and not to let people phase you, because this life is too short for someone to be looking at me up and down some type of way and making me upset, or in my phone making me upset. Listen, even though I don't pay my phone bill, I don't pay my phone bill. My parents pay my phone bill for right now, but listen, I'm not gonna have no more stress on my phone. So if you're stressing me out, or if I don't feel like talking to you, I don't have no obligation to answer to you. And these people be thinking crazy that you have an obligation to, you know, respond to them in 2.5 seconds. I'm the type of person that I've been thinking, like, if you don't respond back to me quick, then you don't like me. But that's different. Yeah, so I would just say, yeah, you don't owe anybody anything. You don't owe anybody any explanation for what you do or what you don't do. I don't want to be that type of person that like just is like, oh, don't be that person, or to be that person that doesn't really care about anything. But yeah, the last thing that I have that literally just came up to mind is fear. I feel like I've seen people and I've heard so many stories about how fear literally, like, I don't want to say ruins people's lives, but kind of puts them back. Like, because I was scared to, you know, actually apply for this job, or apply for this modeling career, or apply for this gig or whatever. You never know what can happen. I feel like fear literally withholds you from so much that eventually I feel like you're just gonna miss out on all the things that you could have done. There's like literally so much opportunity out here that our parents didn't get, that you have to take advantage of. And I feel like now these days everything is so easy with social media. So I feel like definitely, if you don't, the worst thing that can happen is a no, or sorry. You get up and you keep trying again. But that's really all I have for today. If you have any suggestions for any more videos, or if you wanted to see something else, leave a comment down below. Follow me on Instagram at emma.toku. I'm gonna put it somewhere. And then yeah, that's everything. And then if you want to see my New York vlog in my last video, go ahead and click when it comes up. But that's everything. Bye. Learn yourself through me already. Get what you needed, I guess. Yeah. So I'm not